Alright guys, we're back on the lot. You can see the sun's going down a little bit, but it's still up. Right now we're still getting a good amount of sun. There's been a lot of progress this week. This is insane. How big these crews are that they got working out here. Getting these things done. It's just unbelievable. You can see the crane down there lowering the wood on that house down there. Yeah, this is the sun. The sunset going down. It's going to be right there. They got bulldozers over here. They're doing all kinds of work out here today. This is a Saturday, and because of the nice sunny weather, they're really working hard today. You can see that our neighbor's done, but the house next to him has now poured concrete. They look like we did last week. Now we got all this wood, so some of our lumber has come in and it's laid out here. You can see it. Looks like some of it's got some paint on it, green. There's a big stack of lumber here. Something from the manufacturer on that type of wood, and they get it in, it's like green. You know? But they got a bunch of stacked up stuff here. I mean, this is just a mess. See that that wood is green, you see that? Kelly? Enduri. It's green color. See it?
It's spray painted green.
It's spray painted green, yeah. And there's this big thing. They're doing a lot of work. And this is crazy today. We tried getting down in here, down that way, and it was hard to get in here. There's so much construction guys working hard up here today. So here's the garage. Now the concrete's poured. It's still curing, and you can tell it's got some kind of like spots to it. Like you can tell it's not fully dried or cured. But it's a nice day tomorrow. It's gonna be a little bit warmer, I think, and then Monday's gonna be 70, so it's gonna be perfect weather to get this thing finished up. You can see where they poured the concrete to the edge of the. Remember that when the waterproofing was there, now it's all covered up. Yeah, I was gonna say 96 Valley. I'm not sure what that means. You can see like some footprints in there.
Yeah, there's footprints down the bottom.
There's some footprints from like the dry footprints, which means that it's probably cured enough to, it's dust, so it's cured enough where they probably can walk on it. But for right now, I'm just trying to see what it looks like. See, it looks like they got a Bud Light cooler here. People have been drinking and having fun on the job. There's some more wood here. There's just stuff everywhere. There's that thing's damaged. See that?
Yeah. I mean, it's all warped anyways.
What is it?
I think it's what goes in front of the ball.
Yeah, that one's broken. Hopefully it. No.
I mean, they're all damaged. They're all bended.
Well, it's just this one that's cracked, it looks like.
They're all bent. Should be bad. Should be like
Yeah. Well, the inspector's doing a pre-drywall meeting. They better, he'll catch stuff, you know, if it's not right. We got a good inspector for this. We got an inspector doing pre-drywall inspection. Early December is when it looks like we're on schedule to do the pre-drywall inspection, and then we'll be having our final inspection, walk through with the inspector, and then once that's good, he checks everything in the roof and everything else. So he gets us okay, we'll be closing and get the keys and get the heck in here.
right?
Be living in Kentucky. Forever gone from Ohio.
Yeah.
Here's the front porch. Seems like in Kentucky you just get better for your money out here. Price better property taxes and stuff like that. Yeah, this is a nice. They got this finished here, the porch. You can tell it looks like it's still curing. Porch is pretty long, guys. It comes out here and it goes all the way down. It's really long porch. I mean, there's a lot of chairs out here. Try to get down here. Look at all this. I'll try not to fall and drop the camera. It's really a mess. You see where the Traco was at? See the tracks of it. This is some more lumber. That was like the waterproofing from last week that we saw, and this is the front porch. It's a good, decent sized little concrete block there, and so that's gonna be nice. And then you can see the basement floor is now poured. Concrete's poured in the basement. See, it's all messy. Got some rocks down there, and the plumbing's been finished. You can see the plumbing in there. He told us the plumbing was done, and some of this wood's here. Not all of it's here, obviously. They get tons, way more wood. Millions of pounds of wood, probably. I mean, insane amount of wood to build this house, and none of it's here. This is just some lumber that's already been dropped off early, but they are going to start framing this coming week, so they're getting on the move. You can see that plastic thing. This. Yeah, it's probably to help with it.
Probably had the whole thing wrapped in it.
Didn't need it. Doesn't need it on the whole thing, but yeah, that part's probably protecting it from, maybe helps it drying out, curing or whatever. This is new. The neighbor put a fence in, which is nice because now you really see where our property line is there. It's staked out, so you can see where that is. See, these are the cutouts. That's going to be our window. We're going to have a window there and a window there. See this? Little cutouts. See? Yeah, this fence is brand new. They built this thing. It's crazy. What is that thing way over there? See? That property corner. Or stakes. And here's our backyard. You can see down here that here's the wood here. So this is going to be the screen door walkout patio. And we're going to have a concrete block out here for like they do, where they can have chairs and all that stuff out. Yeah, it's nice. They got a fence now. It's actually smart. You probably keep some of the creatures out of there. Yeah. You can see now. Now you can see the backyard pretty well, and all this dirt mound. We got some metal pins still hanging out here, and some lumber, and but yeah, the piping, all the plumbing. They said they finished all the basement plumbing, which is good. You can see down there where his fence line ends. That's where our property line is. So that's where it stops. Back there is all wildlife, woods, farmland. There's a creek, small creek that runs down there. It's not big. Yeah, this is really nice. It's like, we're glad we picked the lot we did, because it's really peaceful and it's really pretty out here in Kentucky, out in this area at least. It's like, see, the trees are losing all their leaf colors now. It's starting to look a little bit more like wintertime. The woods are thicker than I thought. And in the summer it looked really thick. It's insane, but you still can't really see out there, like far out there. It's just so thick still. There's a ton of trees out here. We're surrounded by trees. And then in the front it's all open land. See? Walk out there. This is all the wood. Framing for the walkout. And there's the basement. There's the plumbing. All finished. Concrete poured over top of it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's nice that they did it now instead of earlier in the week, so that, thank God, we get the warmer temps tomorrow, and then Sunday or Monday is supposed to be like 70. So that'll help. That's just right to dry it out so it can at least cure enough to, when it does get really cold again. Framing is going to start next week, so we will be able to get it. They're thinking they'll have it standing, and they'll be working in the cosmetic inside stuff, the cosmetic stuff, like before it gets really bad, like snowy kind of weather. So I think they're doing a good job. They're on pace to have us closing in February, actually. So we thought it'd be March, but it looks like there's, you see that up there? The sun's up here, but it's like a reflection over there in the sky. It's crazy. It's pretty neat. They say, the neighbor said they see a ton of amazing sunsets, sunrises, and they get really big, full rainbows out here that some people have taken pictures of. Let's see. You can see how it's like drying, spotted out. I don't really want to walk on it too much. It's supposed to be, it's curing still. I don't really want to walk in there right now. You can see the PVC pipe over there. See? So that's done. Yeah, it's nice in here. For the concrete, it's not getting much wind. Standing in here in the basement side here, I'm not getting any wind. It's like underground, and it's just, the sun was baking on it earlier today all day. Now it's going to go down, so it's going to be cold overnight. See some of the mud and water there. See, looks like there's still some water left over from the rain, but it's definitely a lot drier than it was last week. That was a mess last week. Jeez. You see some of the concrete's got dirt on it still and everything, but that definitely cured. It looks pretty good. It's all dried out. Yeah, the mud's much drier now. Like this mud it's not really wet, it's crunchy. So that's really good that it's drying out here, so that this concrete can cure better. It can dry faster. You got, see this concrete? Like one section, it seems like on each side it looks like that. Where there's like it's like a line there, you know? See that? Part of the concrete is like a line in the concrete there. But it's only in that one spot in the middle. It's like in the middle of the basement, and then there's one, I think, on the side. It's part of when they use that wall thing. It's part of a game like that.
Maybe intentional, like a control joint. They got it on their house too.
Yeah, it's an intentional thing. They got it like kind of like where their window is. It's
above the door.
This is that, see the pipe that is going out, the drain pipe. You can see how they got it all sanded out and everything like that. This is the PVC pipe. Remember that hole I showed you last week? It's right there. It's covered up. There's the PVC pipe right there, sticking out a little bit. Right now it is a mess with mud, but this is all going to be leveled out, and the pipe's going to go down. The pipe's going to be down that way somewhere. Let's see, look, there a pipe there. This you don't want to walk in because that's sand and you can fall in there.
Fixing?
Well, it's just, they just threw a little bit of sand in there, but there's a hole here because of the pipe. They're in piping down there. You can see a pipe sticking out there. It's a cut pipe. See, and there's some piping down there, way down there, and then there's like some bushing, some more mud. But this is what they're working on, getting it to look like that. Like the neighbors, see how that pipe comes out and the water goes down the hill into the woods where it's supposed to go, away from yeah. So that they're in the process of finishing that. But the inside of the house plumbing has been finished for the basement. So that is all done. The inspection was passed, it's done. So they're ready to start framing now, guys. This is where the PVC pipe is done right now. It's not, see? That's where they left off. But that pipe's going to be going all the way down in the ground, all the way to there. Like it's going to be farther down the hill. But this is where they left off right now. And then, see, that's why they covered that with a foam, is because there's a hole there underneath there. It's part of underground piping. You can see the neighbor's grass, and then you can see they had seeding done. Look at how good their seed looks at already. Like that grew pretty quick. You know, it grew really fast. And then on this side of the house, you can still see the waterproofing there. See, you can see the concrete that was poured. You can see it sticking out a little bit.
There's a hole.
Yeah, there's a hole. Yeah, they gotta. This all has to be filled in. Yeah, I don't know if that hole doesn't go anywhere. It looks like just ground, you know. I didn't notice that on the other side. Maybe there is. I don't know.
We're really close to our property line on the side.
There's a hole there, but that is going to be underground there.
Yeah.
But there's a hole. Yeah, we're closer on the neighbor on this side. The other side is much more spaced out. I didn't realize there's more lumber on this side of this house right here. See, more piping cut. This is all like, it's crazy seeing this because it's like all you see is the concrete basement floor sticking out there, the ledge, and you don't see any covering. Let's go see if the other side has it. I don't think it does. Maybe it's just something that they did. I don't know. Make sure not to walk in that hole. You don't want to walk into the pipes and all that because the pipes are down there. It's like being a kid playing in dirt, you know. I was telling them on the video that you can see the tree leaves are starting to come down. It looks more like winter a little bit.
Sure does.
And you can start seeing. You can see down in there. The creek's small down there. You can see it. See that little hole down there? That's where the creek is, down in that valley.
See the airplane?
And look at this thing.
The telescope.
See that? It's a telescope. That wasn't there last week.
It's a nice fence like that. No. Maybe for the dog.
They might. Or maybe they're getting a dog. Okay, so this side, you can't see that. If it's built this way where there's a hole on each side like that, you can't see it because this is buried. See, this is already buried, so you can't see, but the other side's not buried for a reason. They haven't buried it yet. It might be like that on both sides. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's interesting. See, here you can't see it. On the concrete floor, there's it's completely filled. The basement's done. This is all filled in. There's a little bit of crack there. You have to seal that real well because that's still got a gap. But all this stuff is like sealed over here. See, so that I don't see that hole. That's holes underneath the basement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're next to the basement, so I don't know.
Seemed like it was where the garage doors stopped.
Yeah, yeah. It's on the garage. Yeah, it's on the garage side. We'll make our way around to the front again. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Just like a little gap there. It's where the concrete stops. It's not part of the... I don't know. Something to do with where it's on the garage side. Let's see. See? Here's more wood here. Yeah, they got a bunch on our site here. There's our steel beams still, and so yeah, they just got done with the concrete this week, and they had some of this wood here that they'll start framing next week, coming up. Yeah, it's part of the garage side. See, like right here. This part of the garage has got a hole in it too. See, right there. Now this is excavated. They said that the garage is a parking garage. They have this huge like support post underneath the garage that we can't see. It's down in there somewhere. And now it's all concrete force. Yeah, you can see the sun going down a little bit more. Yeah, it's looking, we're getting a little bit closer now. It's interesting. All that wood out there, it's crazy. They get the crane over there working on that house. Yeah, this is it. This is, finally got our porches in. See, it looked like they were protecting it with that black tarp, and it kind of came off a little. They're gonna be framing quickly, I think. They have a big crews. All right, this is it for this week, guys.